So this tweet has been making its rounds. There is literally a soy boy crying about Nerdrotic on Twitter, trying to cancel him. And this thread is such entertainment, guys. A lot of people have already talked about it. I've seen Geeks and Gamers make a banger video about it. And I was like, you know what? We got to cover this because I watch Nerdrotic. I'm a fan of their channel. I think they have some good takes. And of course, they're going to trigger some soy boys. So you can see this initial tweet says, right off the bat, Nerdrotic is a piece of shit that we've allowed to operate among us for far too long. Is that a threat? That sounds like a veiled threat, in my opinion. Allowed to operate amongst us for far too long. Like what? What do you mean operate? What you're gonna make sure that he can no longer operate? Like what the fuck? And yeah, you could just see this thread is gonna be full of somebody that's caught up in their feelings, guys. And this is what I try to say. You're a grifter. You're a piece of shit. You're a racist. You're a bigot. If you're saying stuff that goes against the woke echo chamber, if you go against that grain, you're a grifter, guys. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. But in short, to sum it up, you're hurting their feelings. So Nerdrotic clearly has hurt this guy's feelings. We're going to look at this thread and just laugh about how pathetic it is at this point. So you can see they continue saying, before I focus my attention solely on this garbage, let us first focus our attention on the explanation of what it is he and his little grifter friends do. Again, that word, grifter, right? That little word, grifter. When people say that, I automatically look at their bio. There's pronouns in it. There's a Ukraine flag, a free Palestine, a watermelon, a rainbow, you name it, automatically discounts any kind of opinion these weirdos say. They call us the grifters when they're actually the grifters themselves. They don't believe anything that they're saying. But here's a clip, and I believe this is from Friday Night Tights, which is like a panel that gets together once a week with geeks and gamers and other creators in this sphere. So let's listen to what this clip is that he's using as evidence to let you guys know what him and the grifter friends do.
Welcome to every video we make. We use one little thing and then we build the narrative out of it. Don't act like that's not what we do.
I don't build a narrative. I
You're
give
an
my
absolute
opinion.
fucking.
You are hard.
What we do. You've made the same fucking video on the same topic at least 7 times a week, Ryan. And you're going to act like we don't do that.
I talk about, I talk about
says one fucking thing and we make a whole video out of it. That's what we do.
All right, so basically saying that they take a topic or a sentence or a news article and they make videos about it and they milk it. Well, newsflash, guys. All YouTubers do that, whether you're left wing or right wing. That's not a right wing grifting type of thing. All YouTubers make content for views. Imagine that, newsflash. So I guess that's gotcha number one. That proves they're grifters. I don't fucking know. Anyways, continuing on, you can see. That's right, folks. They sell you outrage and anger. The wokies sell you outrage and anger. That's why they call people bigots and racist, and they act unhinged, and they try to cancel people. They're called a woke mob for a reason. Anyways, it's funny how it's rules for thee, but not for me, right? They could be all the grifters they want because it aligns with their political views. If it goes anything towards the right, oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, but Eric, aren't you the one that makes videos calling out wokies? Guess what? That's freedom of speech. I've never said that these people need to be canceled, that these people need to have their speech censored. I've never called for them to be deplatformed. That's the difference between a right-winger, grifter, and a left wokie. The wokies will try to get you canceled. They'll smear you. They'll make up shit about you. They'll shut down your websites. They'll contact your wife. A right-winger, I'm like, okay, I agree to disagree, but I'll milk you all fucking day. I don't care if a wokie makes content or makes video games. They're more than welcome to utilize their platform for their free speech and their opinion all they want. That's the main difference, all right? Now, continuing on, they say this is what they do. They make mountains out of molehills to capitalize on an insignificant frustration their target demographic might be feeling and heighten the issue rather than tame it. And you can see, of course, all these thumbnails and stuff. What's funny is they call it an insignificant frustration. But the thing is, when you look at a movie or a TV show or a video game that is injected with DEI or wokeness, what's the one thing that happens? It bombs. It gets canceled. It gets a lot of Rotten Tomato bad reviews, right? Because this modern audience that's it being made for, you guys don't turn up. So how is it insignificant? That's legitimate backlash. When people sign petitions to cancel video games, when people review stuff bad on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic or speak up against it in comment sections or dislike bomb or on Steam, you look at the reviews, that's all real. And it's huge. It's not insignificant. What's insignificant is this modern audience that all these companies try to cater to. You guys are just in denial. Huge denial. Now, continuing on, you can see Grayson continues to say, no, this won't be news for you. I realize that. Nerdrotic has an obsession with the concept that anyone who isn't straight, white, or male might make an appearance or, God forbid, lead a solo project. So this is on that whole thing that we're upset whenever a person of color, like, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadow has Yasuke in it as the protagonist. No, we're upset when it's forced in there. If you make a great character in a movie, a TV show, or a video game, whatever, it's fine and dandy to have a minute. But when you try to force something like Yasuke as the main protagonist in a game, you embellish on his history, you make this whole fake legendary samurai story that is made by Thomas Lockley, that's where we have a fucking problem with it. Okay? Why don't you focus on making actual, real good, entertaining stuff? Let's look at stuff like, for example, a good TV show, and Geeks and Gamers use this example in his video, Cobra Kai. It has lots of positive reviews in it, next to no complaints about it, because it's good. There's gay characters in there, there's African-American characters, there's people of color, there's all sorts of diversity in it, but it's not shoehorned in to make us sick to our stomach with DEI in it. Do you see the difference? Of course, the wokies don't. If you make a character's identity the best thing about them instead of what the character does through a narrative standpoint, that's where a problem is. Now, continuing on, you can see he says, but of course, he has praise for the MCU, but only when it involves movies where the main protagonist is white, male, and straight. Marvel has only experienced one failure in its entire history as lackluster as some of the box office was in Phase 4 with 2 movies crossing 1 billion. Next to nobody likes the MCU, dude. That's why Marvel's panicking. That's why they brought Robert Downey Jr. back. That's why they brought Hugh Jackman back. That's why Deadpool and Wolverine is doing great. Hot boy summer is here. White boy, hot boy summer is here. Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds have crushed it with Deadpool and Wolverine, proving that people don't want stuff like the Marvels or Ms. Marvel or any of that MCU bullshit, right? But, of course, people like this will cry and whine and act like it's the grifters that are the problem when it's everybody. Oh, well, you're brainwashing your audience. No, you're not brainwashing your audience. Our audiences are intelligent enough to think for themselves, all right? If anything, the woke agenda is brainwashing y'all's audience because they want a weird, androgynous, gender-neutral echo chamber where if you think outside of it, you're a bigot. That's the problem with woke agendas. Continuing on, you can see, says, he's just generally a racist, so much that at this point, he should honestly just come out and admit that he's a white supremacist. Never mind, he's racially charged comments about Echo. Check this comment out that he jokes won't make it in. Spoiler, it made it in. So, I guess he made like a funny comment about the Echo series, which again, MCU. This guy is throwing a diaper about it, so let's watch it.
What there wasn't a lot of was men. Not sure what happened to all the dudes in Wakanda. Maybe they went off to get a pack of Salems and never came back. Oh, shit. I don't know if I'll keep that one in.
That was actually pretty funny, a pack of Salems. Funny enough, original poster, that wasn't Echo. That was Wakanda Forever. And that was a great fucking movie. It was one of my favorite MCU movies. People don't have to like what you like. Why is that an issue with the woke people? People don't have to like what you like. And who cares if something is negative towards Wakanda or Echo. Just because somebody doesn't like it, they're automatically racist. That's fucking weird. That's crybaby behavior. He goes on to say, you're just a little boy with a camera and a microphone. Take that away, and what are you? Racist, homo, transphobic, misogynist, right? So they're basically saying if this guy didn't have any platform, he would have nothing. And I've heard that before myself, too. Oh, all you have is your YouTube channel. That's all you got in life. How angry is it, or how angry are you that you get this triggered over somebody having an opposing opinion over movies and stuff? They're not attacking you personally. They're criticizing a product. That's fair game as a consumer, but since it hurts your feelings, you're the one writing this ridiculous Twitter thread. And then look at how unhinged this is right here. Look at how unhinged this is right here. He's such a problematic person that his whereabouts on January 6th could be brought into question, and I bet you wouldn't blink a fucking eye. This Elon Musk nutsack licker interacts with people currently advocating for a civil war if the election is once again stolen. Okay. What about your guys? All the political venom that I constantly see. It's only okay for people to hate on Trump, to have Trump derangement syndrome, to hate straight white males, to hate Republicans. But anytime somebody goes against Biden or the left, you guys freak out and cry. You guys are pussies. You guys want your cake and you want to eat it too. I can laugh and sit here and say, hey guys, 81 million votes for Joe Biden, my ass, all I fucking want. And you can sit there and fucking take it. Because we have to take your bullshit too. I don't understand why, again, it's rules for thee, but not for me. It's so ridiculous. And that's why I keep engaging more and more into this and leaning more and more this way. In 2024, we're tired of all this bullshit. We're tired of this woke mob. We're tired of this cancel culture. We're going to call it back. We're going to clap back. If a clap back is there, we're going to do it. I don't give a fuck. Continuing on. This guy is stuck in a never-ending circle jerk, literally built on the back of shitting on suppressed voices and oppressed minorities. If it's not a straight white man, he don't want it. In fact, he'll dedicate his time to shitting on it for 2 weeks. Again, it's this whole straight white male stigma that all these people hate. They're taught this from their college professors to hate the colonizers and the straight white men and all this crap. It's so fucking, you could just predict that that's their problem. They're all the fucking same. That's always their go-to. I'll leave this thread off with this, and it's directly at you, Nerdrotics. Joking about or attempting to further suppress an already suppressed voice is a fucking disgusting way to spend your free time. You're a grifter. It's all you ever will be. Oh my God. Just look at how angry this is. You may have sobered up, and I've seen firsthand how difficult that is and must have been to be you. But you've relapsed in addiction. You're addicted to hatred and negativity. You're addicted to the engagement it brings that furthers your hatred and negativity. And what's worse, you know what you're doing, which means you know the harm it causes, not just on the people you're shitting on, but the fandom as a whole. We're the ones that have to deal with your dumbass fans fucking up our vibe. Oh my God. So if something ruins your vibe and hurts your feelings, we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to give an opinion. This is that weird gatekeeping mentality the wokies have. You are filth. If I saw you in real life, I'd spit at your feet. You won't do shit to him in real life. All you guys do is fucking cry. Imagine thinking that you're that entitled that you could spit at somebody's feet. I genuinely hope you educate yourself, because the way I see it currently, you aren't worth the cloud space they use to keep your videos up. This comment alone encapsulates how garbage you are. Fuck you. And he got upset about after having reservations about Echo, Disney Marvel's moving forward with their big gamble. It's weird how they can't handle jokes, right? But these guys are some of the most snarkiest, most pathetic people out there constantly. And you know what? What's funny is they hid replies to this. Quote replies. They hid quote replies to this because they couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. They got called the fuck out on everything. You sound angry, outraged even. I ain't reading all that. You don't allow anything. You aren't in control here. He can be a grifter and also be right. Seems like you're a huge fan of his. You made this whole thread about him. Isn't that what fans do? Actually insane how many people are defending this dude, says Anthony. Guess what? It's being defended because people are allowed to have a difference of opinion. This may be a sign to take a break from the internet, bub. Relax, breathe, and just do you, boo. We can't stop others, but we can make a difference in our sphere's influence. Have you considered contributing to your local homeless shelter? No, they haven't thought of that. All your complaints boil down to I disagree with him. You sound a little obsessed, man. Could just not watch his stuff. Melanie Mack with the classic clapback. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I'm going to have to like that. So just cry more. It's okay. Nobody cares. So yeah, they had to hide all these quotes because they claimed that it was hogging up the thread. And then guess what? They've also gone protected tweets quite a few times. This is the funny thing about it. These guys think that they could come out here, they could witch hunt, they could clap back, they could call people out, and then they proceed to make themselves look like idiots. They proceed to make themselves look so fucking stupid in the meantime that it's just absolutely entertainment to see people panic and cry over difference of opinion and try to cancel people that are mean because of suppressed and oppressed people in media. Like, guess what? Fuck off. We could talk shit about the MCU all we want. We could call out the fandom menace. We could call out Star Wars or whatever the fuck they call it now. That fucking Daisy Ridley bullshit and Brie Larson and everything that we want to talk about. That's our right. That's our free speech, like you guys like to say. So you guys are the ones that want to silence people just because it hurts your feelings. You want to try to cancel Nerdrotic. This whole thread had nothing but Fifi's being hurt. There was like no legitimate criticism here. Nothing. He has every right in his platform to say and give an opinion on anything that he wants. And you have the same. You have the right to make this ridiculous thread that's being roasted. Look at D-Day Cobra right here. Just fucking thank you for calling out Gary. I'm getting great views from this tweet. Camelot says, maybe this post will get you a whole 1K followers. Basically famous. Too bad Gary's going to keep kicking ass and making good content that people relate to because people are tired of consuming. And yeah, that's right. They want us to just consume. That's all they want, guys. You're not allowed to say shit. You have to fucking sit here and take it because diversity. Yes, you gotta like it or else you're a misogynist and you're a racist bigot and blah, blah, blah. Like, fucking cry me a fucking river, right? Nothing but cringe everywhere these days in pop culture. And that's part of why I moved my format, my content to what you see now. Because it's literally infecting everything. And it's not because I'm crying. Because I'm a triggered, crying, fat, hairy guy. My pushy hurt. No, it's because I have the right to talk about it. I have the right to give my opinion on stuff. I don't have to like what you like. You don't have to like what I like. And you could agree to disagree. Does that make somebody a grifter? No. It only makes somebody a grifter if you don't agree with it. And you're deranged, you're unhinged, you have no logic, you have no reason, you have no accountability for anything that you do in life. And that's why these people throw it out there. They can't stand for anybody to disagree with what they have to say because they've been taught that they're special little snowflakes that are just special and unique inside. And when life gets hard, they blame it on being oppressed. Oh, my life is hard. It's because I'm Hispanic. I've never used that. I've never used that as an excuse for me. Oh, my life is hard because I'm a gay man, right? Oh, I'm a lesbian. My life is hard. Oh, I'm a person of color. My life is hard. Oh, I was raised in a single family, a single parent home. Okay, get up. Nobody cares about your sad story. Life is hard. Get the fuck up and work for it. That's the fucking problem. We have too many people that were raised in a fucking soft-ass generation that want to try to impose their feelings and control what everyone else could say and do. And we have to just take it. or else we're a bigot and we're racist and we're misogynistic and all this bullshit. To hell with that. Grow a set.